Hello, and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show on Facebook, where we show you one cool thing which we are testing out in the PC Mag labs right now. I'm Sasha Segan, this is Michael Muchmore, and today we are looking at what I think is the product that the most people use of anything that we ever talk about on this show or in our publication. We are talking about Windows 10.
Windows.
The world's most popular desktop operating system. And the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update.
Right.
What is the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update?
Well, remember, Windows 10 is now software as a service. So the updates are rolled out for free on a pretty much semi-annual basis.
Wait. So some people might be scared by that phrase. Because when we hear software as a service, we think, I have to pay a monthly subscription fee. Do you have to pay a monthly subscription fee for Windows now?
No. If you own a PC running Windows 10, it'll just happen. If you don't, if you miss that one-year window where you could upgrade for free a whole year to Windows 10, you will have to pay like $100 for a home account.
But one time?
Yeah.
Okay. So does that mean there's never going to be a Windows 11?
As far as we know at this point, yeah. I mean, there might be Windows Giraffe or something like that in the future. Who can say?
Okay. So this year's Windows 10 Fall, what's new in it? What are the top new features that are coming?
Fall Creators. All right. Well, I have 5 things I'm going to highlight here.
Okay.
Maybe six. But one of the big things that they're emphasizing is link your phone and PC. So what I've done is you click this, you get started. I mean, I could even show you this first part of getting started. You'll basically go here and you'll say add a phone, and you'll put your mobile phone number in there. It will send you a link to an app that will let you continue. So I'm web browsing from any web browser on the iPhone or an Android, and it'll use the share icon, that up arrow, and then I can just choose continue on the PC, whatever I'm web browsing on the phone, and vice versa.
Now, do the phone and the PC have to be on the same Wi-Fi network?
That's a good question. I think so.
Okay. And this will work with both Android and iOS.
And later, right now, it's just that continuing thing. But you'll also have another thing where you can, from an Android phone, continue SMS conversations on your PC, which is great because that's something that the Mac has had with iPhones forever, or for years, where I could do my iMessaging on my computer or my phone, but now you'll be able to do that from Android to a PC.
And it's something that T-Mobile has with their T-Mobile Digits app, but the other carriers don't necessarily have. Okay, so you can and by the way, folks, if you want to ask questions, we have Social Pete here. Sorry, I've been on vacation for a week. We have Social Pete here taking your questions, taking your comments in the comments thread. We would be happy to answer any of your questions about phones, about Windows, about software, about the world.
Yeah, Windows is a big topic. I might not know the answer to all your little particular hardware problem or whatever.
Bring them. We will try to help you. Okay, so you will be able to continue browsing from your phone to your PC.
Okay, that's the first one.
What's number 2?
And that also goes for apps and things like if I'm working on a document. The same like the continuity in Apple. So number 2 is this your people feature. So basically, I haven't even used this. I'm running the let's see, I'm running the preview build here. This is updated like every few days, and it's just the latest RAWs, so this machine might crash. But it looks pretty slick. So what happens is I just will add people, and here I have Mail, Skype, people. I mean, whatever apps, apps will be able to, you use WhatsApp or Windows Messenger, Facebook Messenger, whatever, Windows Messenger, MSN Messenger, no.
But wait, I'm looking at this. I don't understand what it does. I don't understand what this is helping.
What it'll do is it'll add an icon for each of your most dearest contacts on the bottom of the taskbar here, and then to get in touch with them, you'll just click that. It'll just an easier way to get in touch with your people, and it'll send it in multiple ways, so you'll be able to reach them.
And do you know what apps this is going to support?
It's going to support whatever apps plug into its API.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like a share.
But this is different from the People Hub or the People Activity List that you're used to from the sidebar and from Windows Phone.
Right, right. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. This is more like just those maybe 5 maximum people that you contact all the time.
Just like
and we all
favorites.
have those. We all have like 3 people that we do most of our communication
It's
with.
like favorites.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of. But for communication. So,
Feature number 3.
well, okay. Feature number 3 is a design thing, and this is not a good example of it. But what it is there's a thing called Fluent Design, and look at how much transparency is in my.
There's a lot of
is in my.
transparency.
There's so much
It's
too
very
much.
transparent.
But so the store has it, and there's just the windows. This isn't showing it very well. But a lot of the windows have some transparency.
Whoa.
They have translucency. And they'll even have like bokeh, where what you're looking at will be in focus and the other stuff will blur a little bit. So there's a whole new design language that's coming to Windows, and it's pretty slick. There's even a thing called acrylic, where let's see if maybe this sidebar has acrylic. No, everything here is transparent.
So now,
it's
is this
weird.
design language going to spill into other Microsoft products as well? Like, am I going to see it? Am I going to see it appearing in an Office update, in a Skype update?
Oh
that
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
stuff?
I think it's already in Skype. And the
Oh,
funny
okay.
thing is, like this is one thing that's already slowly being trickled out into the OS. So Groove Music has it. There's something. This PC is set up weirdly. So, I'm sorry, I don't have on my other one.
Okay.
You can see the sort of acrylic tabs and things. It's a very cool looking design.
It looks like
Trust
we've got
me.
some questions out there.
Can you just clarify for the viewers which version of Windows 10 this is again? Because some people are like, oh, is this Windows 10S?
Oh, no. Windows 10S is a very small thing that I don't even know if it exists. It exists pretty much only on the Surface laptop. And what that is you'll only run store apps. Now, this is Windows 10 Pro. And I think Windows 10S will have these features too. It just won't have the old style XE programs.
Right, but this will come to Windows 10 Pro and Windows 10 Home
Exactly.
and the other standard versions of Windows 10 that the vast majority of Windows 10 owners have.
Right, let's see if Skype shows a little. See, yeah, I don't know why I'm not seeing it here. Like I would see these lines showing under in the new design.
Okay.
New design feature. Okay.
Okay, so that's 3. 3 is your design.
Okay, design. I'm mixing up my posted order here. Another thing is, which we also can't show, is that the Photos app is getting this thing called Story Remix. Oops. So you'll be able to edit. You can edit a video already a little. You can trim. But what it'll do is you'll be able to take multiple clips and you'll be able to add like 3D objects to your videos. And Microsoft did a demo no, it's actually pretty cool. Like your kid, they show a kid in the driveway, and like there's a dinosaur or like a dragon. Yeah.
This is that dumb Sony phone filter where you put dinosaurs in your pictures. For
Exactly.
God's sake, give me a question.
It's cool, Sasha.
Are
Let's see.
consumers going to need to upgrade their hardware to get any of these features?
Not if it's already running Windows 10. It's got pretty low, I think on very old machines, and as we saw, like I think they're discontinuing support for Atom, so if you've got one of the old Atom Windows tablets, you're probably out of luck. But any standard laptop that's running Windows 10 will be able to get these updates.
So you have the ability so you can trim videos,
Yeah.
you can add dumb dinosaurs. Is there, I also saw you could draw on videos
Right,
for
right,
something
right,
else you
right.
can do now?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new feature too. Like, this of course would be much better if if I want to put a heart or write something in my handwriting onto a video, which is pretty neat.
Or I was thinking of like circling something and making an arrow towards it from
Exactly.
a conspiracy video.
Exactly, or a football
know.
thing for all you people that video the football high school game or whatever.
Okay.
So Fluent Design, that's called Story Remix that we haven't seen, where you can do multiple clips and create that little story. And it'll do a lot of it automatically. Like it'll trim the clips and it will add music that's timed perfectly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of apps that do that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I remember actually that goes way back, ages and ages ago. There was an app called Movie MUV. Remember that, like 10,
Oh,
15
yeah,
years ago?
yeah.
That kind of started that automatic
With
mixing.
the two O's?
MUVE.
Oh, yeah. Two E's.
That kind of started this automatic remixing thing, and now we're seeing it in apps all over different operating systems. But now it'll be built into Windows 10. Okay, so that's 4.
Okay, and the final thing is an update to OneDrive, which is Microsoft's cloud file storage service, and syncing. So basically, the way I work a lot is like I'll be in Word, and I'll save my files to OneDrive, and then if I go home, I open Word there, I'm signed into OneDrive, the same document pops up, and I can start working on it. So what they're doing now is, the problem with that is, if you're syncing everything that's in your OneDrive to every computer, it will suck up a lot of hard drive space. So what they're doing now is, actually right now, the way before this happens, you would have to choose which folders I want to sync. But then you have a problem like, oh, I wanted that folder that's in another, I wanted that file that's in another folder that I didn't sync. So what they're going to do now is they're going to show you all your folders. They're not going to load it locally, though. It'll be on demand. So you'll click that file, and it'll load, so you won't have to take up space on your local drive.
Okay. So, but all that stuff is in your OneDrive.
It is. It's in the cloud.
Okay. And it'll just download them on demand.
Yeah. And this is a little bit of a backtrack to the way it used to work. They called it placeholders, but they're saying, no, this is not the same. This is not the same. This is better. But
No,
it's kind of the same.
I prefer that. We've actually run into a problem with our company Dropbox recently, where
Dropbox always runs out of
where
space.
I've had some users trying to upload things to our Dropbox, and they can't upload things to our Dropbox because they do not have enough local storage on their machines to sync that Dropbox. Even though I don't want them to download anything, just upload things.
Yeah, this would solve that.
Yeah.
Now, let's just say you only get 5 gigabytes free, which is a little stingy. But if you have Office 365, which is $69 a year,
and
you get a terabyte, which is, I have that. I've never come even close.
I find Office 365 to be an absolutely essential thing to own. I mean, in my world. It looks like we have some questions out there.
Is there a way to disable some of these new features in case you don't want them to necessarily bog down your PC?
Exactly. I mean, you can just not set them up. Everything that I showed you basically required some setup.
Yeah.
So just don't do it, and you won't get it. The Fluent design will happen.
Yeah, but like, for instance, so the phone connectivity, that's a toggle you have to turn on. Don't turn the toggle on.
You have to sync your phone with it. If you don't do it,
the people thing, you have to set that up. Don't set it up. The photo and video apps, just never open the photo and video apps. So, these are all features that, though this does open a good question, but it looks like we have someone else's question first.
Is Story Remixed capable of performing simple editing tasks, replacing Windows 2012's essential movie maker?
That's a great question, and that's something that's been a real bug in my hat too, about that Windows Live Movie Maker just disappeared, and Windows had no easy default, and it was actually, people hated it at first, but towards the end it got pretty nice and pretty easy. This is going to sort of replace that, and you will be able to edit and mix clips, things like that.
So my question that was implied by one of the other questions was: is anything going on under the hood? Is anything going on in terms of the kernel, in terms of inherent security, in terms of preventing Russians from hacking your PC? You know, what's anything at the invisible level?
Yeah, I mean, they're always working on Windows Defender, and it's not like the new Mac OS High Sierra where it's got a whole new file system going in that will speed. No,
that's what I was thinking.
Nothing like that. It's more tweaking, and they're always doing fixes for security and for stability and stuff.
You see, I think this is my theory. Is when we were talking about these like incremental Windows 10 versions and like what defines Windows 11. You know, when would Microsoft declare a Windows 11? I think they would declare a Windows 11 when they need to make major changes to things like the kernel and the file system.
Yeah, and well, you know what? A little bit, the Windows S is a little bit kind of like that, because if you use Windows S, the registry goes away, and all the crap from the old apps ecosystem goes away.
Archie!
Bless you. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. No. I have strong opinions about lockdown desktop
Yeah,
systems
I mean,
like
yeah,
that.
there are wins and losses, and
Yeah.
and the big problem for Windows is that store is just not stocked
No.
enough. Yeah,
It doesn't have the stuff you want. It looks like we have another question.
Why can't I right-click to preview a picture?
Right click to preview a picture where in the file system. You can. I
Well,
mean, you can
just in-
simply do a preview panel. So I can go here, view, and preview page, and whoops, where did it go? View,
You.
preview pane.
Yeah, now
It's-
click on
it's
the- now click on the image.
Yeah,
There it goes.
this is. I can enlarge this. I think I can find that. But see, like I could just click through here and see all my.
Yeah, your question is really, if I may psychoanalyze you, commenter. Your question is really, why doesn't Windows work like Mac OS in a certain way? And no, it doesn't work like Mac OS in that way. It works like itself.
But you
and
know,
you can
I-
make it do the thing you want, but in a completely different way.
Yeah, one comparison with Mac OS, though, that I find so frustrating. I use Macs once in a while. I love them, but the taskbar or the whatever you call the drawer on the Mac is so often I will click this icon here and nothing will happen. Maybe the menu will change, but if I see a task here, I want it to open when I click it. But the Mac doesn't do that. It's just a simple little thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're different operating systems. Yeah.
There's one more thing that I didn't mention, a bonus feature here, which no one probably cares about. But
6!
But this browser here, Edge, has gotten a lot of cool stuff lately too. Now see, I have this thing where I can save tabs. Like if I have 20 tabs open, I can just push this button and they'll all go shunted off, and I can open a bunch. It has a reading view, which is pretty nice if I'm looking in a news story. I can just hit reading view, and I don't have to see all the ads. I don't have to see all the videos and blah blah.
And is
blah.
that new in the Fall Creators Update?
It's actually new,
Oh,
not
okay.
new.
Yeah.
What is new is this is something I don't know why they didn't have this the whole time. But see this little angle arrow here? Mm-hmm. We have a full screen view for the browser finally. Wait, what
Okay.
happened?
You minimized
Did
it.
it crash? Oh, but if I hit that, where'd it go? Are we on?
Hey, beta operating system
Yeah.
software. This is why you... Okay, so there's one more thing we need to talk about. And we need to talk about... Well,
See
that
there, we're
didn't
full
work.
screen Edge.
We need to talk about how people get these features in advance and how
Okay.
you become part of the fast circle of early beta Windows software.
Anyone can do it. You become a Windows Insider. Just search on Windows Insider, and you'll get this preview version of the operating system. Now, I don't recommend this I would just do this for fun. I would not use this on your regular computer because things will freeze, things will not work. And they actually have like 2 levels. They have a fast and a slow
Right.
track. That the slow obviously is more established features. Oh, let me tell you too something about, you'll read in my old article about what's new in Fall Creators that is not happening quite yet. There's this timeline feature, which is basically a way to roll back your computing experience to any date in the past, or So I know there's a Mac feature that's similar, I believe. But anyway, yeah, you'll be able to take a snapshot of my days. What was I doing last June 13th? I was working on a document. Oh, go to timeline, click the tile, and it will take me to exactly my state of
That's why I
computing at
never
that time.
delete any of my Gmail. So Windows Fall Creators Update is sorta, kinda available now, sort of in certain parts that are unstable if you feel like it, but the final version will be available this fall.
Yeah, Microsoft hasn't been specific about the release, but they're just saying the fall. Take that how you will, October-ish.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
one funny little piece of trivia too is like in England they don't use the word fall. In British countries they don't use the word fall.
Is it the
to mean-
autumn creators
It is the
update?
autumn creators
Is
update.
the
So if
autumn
you're
update?
across the pond, because fall would just mean it's like a bad thing. They think, oh, it's the version that's going to fall.
Okay. Well, do we have any more questions out there? Great. So this has been one cool thing with the Windows 10 Fall Creators Update. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern with another cool thing from the PC Mag Labs.